Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to Asian Vision Dialogue. And we're gonna talk about the overall assessment of Cambodia's chairmanship of ASEAN in 2022. And we would like to know the perspective of Dr. Jo regarding the chair ASEAN 2023 as well. So the first question, Dr. Jo, could you kindly provide your overall assessment of the key achievement of ASEAN under Cambodia Chair 2022?
Thank you for your question. Well, last year, Cambodia organized and chaired the ASEAN 2022. It was the first time that Cambodia was organizing such a massive and the magnitude of the event. Cambodia, this is the fourth time Cambodia has a chair, first in 2002, then 2012, and now, this is the third time, 2022, this is the third time. So the previous two times, the delegate and the participation was not that high. Now this 2022, last year, it was a very massive gathering and gigantic, the event. There was about 1,000 delegates coming from the different countries, and there was the 28 head of the state were here. So now look at all this logistic, and then you arranging this dignity and security and lodging, all these things. Cambodia did very well. I must congratulate to the Royal Government of Cambodia, and especially the Ministry of the Foreign Affairs and Prime Minister Samdech Techo Hun Sen for organizing this such a massive event very successfully. There wasn't anything. So, this event show what is the achievement of Cambodia after that. Now Cambodia has voice on the international platform. Now the international community recognize the ability and capacity of Cambodia. Cambodia has a voice. Cambodia have a human capital and human resources. That we have this ability, Cambodia, that we can organize this sort of event where the President of the United States also coming successfully. So I believe the biggest achievement of Cambodia last year, 2022, was that he raised his platform, political status at the international level. Now all the international community, they recognized and they know that Cambodia is not the country full of the mines and the ammunition, but the country have a peace, stability, economic, and the strong political leadership. When these delegates who came to Cambodia and journalists, when they will go back, they would be writing, and they were exposing the economic, social, cultural, educational achievement of Cambodia. So the Cambodia will be well known in that. So the greatest achievement for Cambodia is that now Cambodia has a voice at the international platform. In the world community, they recognize there is Cambodia have some political and leadership that can developing the whole system and develop the peace and prosperity in that country. When this delegate came, they saw the Phnom Penh and Cambodia. They realized Cambodia how rapidly developed in the last 2 decades, and these are all things are the achievement of Cambodia, and the strong leadership and the cooperation between the ministries. All these things are part of, and also the public also. I give the credit to the public who understood what is this event about, and they show their courtesy, their hospitality, and they show their smile to all the delegates, all the foreigners who came to Cambodia, and then they got the very positive impact of the Cambodia, not only the food, but also the culture and the people.
During the kingdom received the chairing position, do you think or you have any comments on kinds of the weaknesses that Cambodia in chairing the ASEAN?
Yeah. Because when you have a gathering of all these world leaders coming together, there's always a challenge. Because there are some of the issues globally, like a Ukraine war, is a very controversial issue that can divide the delegates. They divide the ASEAN also, South China Sea, and also the Myanmar. Now these are the three big challenges ASEAN has faced. And then Samdech Techo leadership, his prudent vision, had turned this whole thing positively. There was nothing division, there was nothing, something that they could not do it. So even though we are not able, Cambodia not able to solve the Myanmar issue, but it was not divide. This issue did not divide the ASEAN. There was a unanimous on the point. Then also the Ukraine war, Russian foreign minister was here. Then also the Ukraine, foreign minister was here. So you look at this thing, what I feel about it, that Cambodia was not able to arrange the meeting between the Ukraine foreign minister and the Russian foreign minister when they were here. That was something was lacking it, which I believe they should have done it. Because of the win-win policy and strategy has been very successful. So I was thinking when this Ukraine foreign minister and the Russian foreign minister came to Cambodia, I was thinking maybe they will make some arrangement between two foreign ministers to sit together and discuss, but it didn't happen. So that is something was lacking it. And Joe Biden, he came, and there was a very good atmosphere. The Prime Minister of China Mr. Lee was here. So there was nothing. Everything from the A to Z, they organized properly. And then there was nothing, something that can hurt the ASEAN interest. And they done very well and control and organize everything very nicely. There was hundreds of meetings. Hundred of statement issue, and these all things are, come with a lot of, you need the human resources to do all these things. But I think that Cambodia did very well, and then he completed this process very successfully, and I believe that this is something the biggest achievement for Cambodia. Now Cambodia also learned from this event what are their weaknesses, what are their strong point. Where is the threat? So Cambodia have also taken out the SWOT analysis, because I believe and they must that what are their strengths to organizing this kind of event in the future? What are their weaknesses? What are their threats? So these are the things that the Cambodia have learned from this experience, and it will go a very long way. And in the future, this will become sort of like a precedent that the next, when we will have a next chairmanship, maybe it will be 2032, that will be more effective, will be more successful than this one.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Joe. Concerning the next question that we want to look at the current ASEAN Chair of Indonesia 2023, we just want to know whether do you think there will be more challenges to ASEAN centrality concerning some regional issue like Myanmar crisis still remain of the ASEAN member states concern?
Okay, thank you very much. Indonesia will have a chairmanship this year, 2023. And I think the challenges and difficulty Indonesia will have the same that Cambodia also have. But there will be a little bit different perspective. Myanmar will be a very burning issue for Indonesia. The number one biggest issue and biggest challenge for Indonesia to come up with some sort of solution of the Myanmar. Now, Indonesia is very vocal, and he was speaking against the Myanmar, the army, government, and the SAC, so State Administrative Council of the Myanmar. So Indonesia and the Malaysia, they were front opposing all the movement, all the initiative for the reconciliation about the Myanmar. So for Indonesia, Myanmar will be the huge problem, how to resolve it. Second biggest problem, I would say that it will be South China Sea. Now, I believe Indonesia will be facing, because Philippines is quite vocal. This year also vocal, but he did not come up with openly. But I think the biggest problem Indonesia will be also the South China Sea. And Philippines is one of the claimant in the South China Sea. So we have to see that how it will work out. Because I'm thinking that the Defense Secretary, Mr. Austin, after the ASEAN meeting, he went to the Philippines, and there is some sort of agreement between the Philippines and America. So America has promised to backing up the Mr. Marcos Jr. if he raising the South China Sea issue with the China. So that will be also will be a little bit problem for our difficulty for Indonesia. Third issue is coming of the Timor-Leste state. I believe the Timor-Leste state will have a full-fledged membership of the ASEAN next year, as they promised this year. So I believe the next year will be the year that Timor-Leste state will become the full-fledged member of the ASEAN. So you will have 11 members from 2023 and onward. So I think this is the three things that I'm looking at. And also the South China Sea also issue will come. But this will be the biggest problem: Myanmar, South China Sea, and also the Timor-Leste state. Yes.
All right. Yes. Thank you, Doctor, for your insight. So it's like the Timor-Leste is gonna be, for your analysis, will be the 11th ASEAN member state under Indonesia chairmanship, right?
Yeah. Actually, Indonesia have is sort of like an affiliation with Timor-Leste, because it is once he was part of the Indonesia, so they also have Timor-Leste is a very small country with only 1 million people. They are a developing country. The main reason for joining the ASEAN is to grow up. They have a voice in the region. They want to grow the economic. The president, Mr. Jose Maurus, he was here in last year. He was here, and he came to the Beltei International University. So in that meeting, he told us that the reason that he want to join the ASEAN, so he have some sort of association and backing of the economically, socially, culturally, and politically. So he needs some sort of association where the Timor-Leste state have a voice, have a standing in the international platform. So this is, but we have to wait and see when the Timor-Leste state become member, how he react, how he work with other ASEAN country. Yes.
All right. Yes. Thank you. So we move on to the last question for the dialogue. Okay. And we would like to know your perspective, or like kind of your recommendation, or even like suggestion for Cambodia's next chairmanship in 2032. So what do you expect from Cambodia's chairmanship in her fourth time? Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope I would be alive that time, to the 30th, 10 years from now. Okay, so it's a very interesting question. That will be the fourth time.
Yes.
The Cambodia will become a chair of the ASEAN. Now, what I believe, look at the 2032, what will be a scenario Cambodia chairmanship. By that time, Cambodia will have a young or new generation of the leadership. You will have a young Prime Minister, most probably Lieutenant General Hun Manet. Then you will have a team of the youth, young, highly educated, education from overseas, team of the bureaucrats, minister. So what I'm looking at, if I imagine, that what will be the scenario in the 2033, I'm looking at the very young army of the team of the leaders, enthusiastic, speaking more than 2 or 3 languages, highly educated, most of them Dr. A, Dr. B, a lot of doctor, and then very energetic, vibrant leadership of Cambodia in 2032 under the dynamic leadership of the Hun Manet. So you look at it. So the Cambodia is on the right path. Cambodia is on the right track. We will achieve more success, more goals, more appreciation from the world if we continue on the same track. Cambodia needs to move on the same track. Do not change the policy. Do not change any strategy for of this government. If the Cambodia will have a political stability, peace, and same policy, in 2032, Cambodia will become a huge country, and then by that time, Cambodia will also able to achieve a higher middle income country. So now we are the lower middle income country. So by the 2030, so Cambodia will be ranked as a high middle income country. So you have many things will be coming together. You have a young generation. You will able to achieve the high middle income country. And then you are targeting 2050 for the high income. So these are all things will become. So 2032 chairmanship of the Cambodia will be very different. It will be more energetic, more highly educated, more knowledgeable team, better than the one you have now. So I'm very optimistic. And I believe the leadership of this generation leadership, when they will hand over to the new generation leadership, I want them to continue. So same line, same policy, because this policy that we have today is helping Cambodia to achieve their all targets, achieve their all goals. So I think the continuity of this policy or system run up to the 2032 will be very important. And then peace is all. Political stability and peace. Without this, we cannot achieve. If something happened, for God's sake, if something happened wrong, then all your dream of 2032 will be gone. Political stability and the peace is a prerequisite for establishing a better leadership by the year 2032. It's very, very important.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Joe, for your kind insights. Ladies and gentlemen, the Asian Vision Dialogue has now come to an end. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.